Ah, yes, a Bane impersonation. I know all about that because I'm Bane.
So, what do you think of the track?
So far, so good.
Did you get to the little drop segment?
Yeah, I did.
It's the basic framework, so I can elaborate on it sometime later on.
Oh, I guess it would help if the SNES was on.
It's again, I think it's a better dubstep attempt than what was on the YouTube channel, but whatever.
Wub wub wub.
Yes. Lots of FM synthesis all over the place.
Gotta keep
Oh,
it
yeah,
real, yo.
that'll definitely work, man.
Yeah, again, if you want me to build on it some more, I can. But because I know there'll be time between now when that actual video goes up in April, so.
Oh, that's dangerous, Pokemon 1038. He wants us to ask Batman about his parents.
Oh, jeez.
My parents are
Oh,
dead.
I heard the dead.
Shut up, Bane. I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe you were a handful and perhaps you broke their spirits? Like I
Hey.
did your back?
I don't pay you to be my psychotherapist.
It's true, you don't pay me anything at all.
Simply for the fun of it.
No,
Actually wasn't half bad, wow.
the best thing I love to do with Bane is just to take song lyrics and read them.
Yeah, I've seen those videos. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think that's you, but wait, is that you? I know I've seen Bane like singing videos online or whatnot, but whatever.
No, it's just something I came up with where I just was like, I just would take like I don't know like a famous song and just like speak it as Bane, and that was it. Like I'm trying to think.
That's pretty good, Joseph. Asking Batman about his parents is like serving Peter Parker Uncle Ben's vice.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. That's clever. I like that one. Oh, less than the unlikely Willie John.
Why the hell not?
But
This is actually a game about my life.
You're the kid.
Look, the difference comes. That's so the guys how cool I am.
Whoa, what the hell did the gamer
say?
say?
Right now, but I don't hear him.
Oh.
I think Skype just hates you right now, Dan. I don't know, maybe it's the connection with this call then, because I don't know, I was having trouble earlier with this call.
My mom's dead.
Dropping.
Soggy best. I want to go home. Hello.
Dan, hey Dan, your mic is like crazy quiet.
What? What is?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
What if I hold it like this?
There you go. Now you get the
That's very
voice.
seductive, Dan.
Dude, are you playing Rick Moranis, the like autobiography? What is this?
This is Lester the Unlikely.
Less the unlikely.
Lesser than
That's
like.
a really crappy.
He does really look like Mick Moranis, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's Rick Moranis. Look at he scared the turtle.
Wow, older versions of Burnout look really weird.
Oh god, yeah, you keep reminding me I need to keep changing that.
Yeah,
yes, there are some people still making NES games. Mainly just people who want to do it for fun. Like the newest ones are Battle Kid, as I can think of on top of my head.
Yeah,
I was like, this is a weird version of Devil May Cry HD collection on mine.
This is Dante before he got stabbed with that sword.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which stab? I forget. I lost count of it about a dozen times.
Let's see here. I wonder if I should just, before I go to bed, if I should pull up something and just read it in the smooth jazz voice that has nothing to do with what's happening on screen. Here. What reading selection should I pick from?
The Bible.
Oh, come on.
Terrible fanfics.
Smooth
We gotta-
jazz.
That's still the Bible,
Bible.
really.
Yeah, bad fanfic, Bible. We'll start with Leviticus.
Oh, don't even. I hate Leviticus. That was the worst one to read.
Oh, Okay, fine. We'll go with 1 Corinthians. You asked for it.
I'd rather that over Leviticus.
Actually, Tyrus, I do have a YouTube channel, but I don't have anything with smooth jazz voice on it yet. But times can change.
Can you do a good Casey Kasem?
I would need to research that a little bit.
God of Leicester. Okay.
God of Leicester. That's just not appropriate. Let's see here.
Oh, the Pokey professor wants you to read 50 Shades of Grey.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't hate myself enough to do
How
that.
about Twilight?
That's the same thing.
Jeez.
Tyrus, yes, Skitch is Michael is Skitch, by the way, for those who are asking.
Yes.
Hey, Skitch.
Hi, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with something here.
You can always read 50,000 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, that's just even specialer.
What about old scripts from The Nanny?
Oh, God.
Old scripts from The Nanny, the TV series.
Miss Fine!
Let's see if I can find any.
Oh, there's gotta be. There's gotta be.
50 Shades of Earl Grey. God.
Okay, should I read the pilot table draft or the pilot revised final draft?
Ooh, revised final.
All right, we got the revised final draft. All right, Act 1, Scene 1, Exterior. Danny's Parisian brides for less. Interior, bridal shop day 1. Val is waiting on Dottie, a customer in a bridal gown. Fran enters from the storeroom. Fran, gasping. Is that Lester Locklear, or is that Dottie Kirschenbaum? They laugh. Fran continues, look at you, a vision in white, like a cloud. Val, so, how are the shoes? Dottie replies, I don't know if I love them. Fran interjects, honey, what's to love? Be glad they even make a satin pump in a 10.5. Dottie retorts, Fran, do you think I'm doing the right thing? Fran, are you kidding? A wedding's the most magical day in a woman's life.
What are you reading?
Best
Oh
thing
my
ever.
What is this?
It's the pilot to The Nanny. I mean, come on.
I do not regret this suggestion.
Neither do I. Good.
Wow. Like, Mike, I don't like you anymore. That's just great.
That's legit. Square, this is less of the unlikely, a very terrible SNES platformer that was very poorly made.
Well, you know what? I was like, I went with the suggestion. Someone said The Nanny, so I said fine.
I'm more impressed you found like the pilot script that fast.
You doubt my research abilities, my friend.
Apparently, I should never do that.
Never doubt Alta Vista.
Oh God, what about web crawler?
Lycos.
No. Don't never doubt Angel Fire, because that's where these were from.
Oh Jesus, Angel Fire.
Angel Fire.
Scorean, he would never ever do
Angel
tries.
Fire was no
Like, send that flat out.
Let's see here. What else would be? What else could I read that would be actually pleasant to listen to?
Music.
Like lyrics or poetry?
Like the note.
That's interesting. Hey, Gerard, Mike, some guy wants Mike to be on the show when you and Jesse do Drunk Blood Bowl and have him read in that voice.
All right, okay, that's it. I'm going to read The Great Gatsby. You can't stop me.
Oh God, no.
It's better than Mark Twain.
Which is still better than Shakespeare.
The Great Gatsby was a great NES game. It sure was.
Yeah, have you actually played the Great Gatsby game?
I played a little bit of it, yes.
It is pretty good.
Hey, how'd you pick up both items, John? I thought you could only pick up one.
One was a weapon, one was an item.
So seriously,
apparently
what game is this?
Apparently, Avery Jam was wrong because he thought you could only pick up one.
This is my autobiography, dude. I thought you knew.
Yeah.
This is Lester the Unlikely.
I I knew that.
I actually changed the name on top for once.
It still says Burnout Revenge to me.
I don't know. I think maybe I gotta refresh it. It shows Lester on my side, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I probably have to refresh. But I don't really want to watch 30 seconds of commercials.
Oh, is it actually showing ads?
Yeah, it does.
Ah, lame.
Yeah, well, let's see here. I'm trying to find some literature or something to read, or I can read a recipe. Another one.
Seductive recipe reading.
Yes, seductive recipe reading.
How about Woodworking for Dummies?
Oh, jeez, that's an awful idea.
Which means you should probably do it.
All right, let's go with one article, and that is the article Types of Wood for Woodworking from Woodworking for Dummies. Allow me to see, let's see how long I can go before someone freaks out here while you're playing Lester the Unlikely.
Clearly the best combination.
Yes.
It's unlikely that that'll happen because it is
Types-
the unlikely game.
Types of Wood for Woodworking by Jeff Strong from Woodworking for Dummies. Solid wood, that is, wood cut into boards from the trunk of the tree, makes up most of the wood in a piece of furniture. The type of wood you choose determines the beauty and strength of the finished piece. Many pieces of wood are available, and each has its own properties. The following sections introduce you to the most common types of soft and hardwoods. Sampling some soft woods. Soft woods aren't weaker than hardwoods. Soft woods come from the coniferous trees such as cedar, fir, and pine, and tend to be somewhat yellow or reddish. Because most coniferous trees grow fast and straight, soft woods are generally less expensive than hardwoods. Tip: it's also relatively easy to find sustainably grown softwoods, woods grown on tree farms to ensure an endless supply of wood. This means you're not contributing to the deforestation of the world. Will always have a supply of wood in your hand, for your projects. The following is a list of common softwood varieties and their characteristics. Jeez. See how the reaction from the chat so far.
That was
Go.
beautiful.
Some people were nodding off. I think you literally have the, go. You should start reading things to make people go to sleep.
The most common type of cedar is the Western red variety. Western red cedar, as its name implies, has a reddish color to it. This type of wood is relatively soft, 1 on a scale of 1 to 4, it has a straight grain and a slightly aromatic smell. Western red cedar is mostly used for outdoor projects such as furniture, decks, and... oh, damn it, I had a punchline for this, I couldn't go through with it. And building exteriors, because it can handle most environments without rotting. It can handle moist environments without rotting. Western red cedar is moderately priced and can be found at most home centers and S&M shops.
Wait, S&M?
No, I'm just not kidding.
The local corner S&M shop.
Yes. There you go. Cedar is the most aromatic wood. It's known to be an aphrodisiac and makes pleasurable tools that will sustain themselves against the most moist of environments. Wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Next section. Fir. Most often referred to as Douglas fir. This wood has a straight, pronounced grain and a reddish-brown tint to it. Fir is most often used for building, but however, it is inexpensive and can be used for some furniture making as well. It doesn't have the most interesting grain pattern. It doesn't stain very well, so it's best used only when you intend to paint the finished product. Douglas fir is moderately strong and hard for a soft wood, rating 4 on a scale of 1 to 4. This wood is worth mentioning because...
1 to 4.
Yes, I don't know what the scale even means. This is a scale of 1 to 4. This is a 4 in hardness. Yeah, get a 2x4 and some new lighting and bondage gear. Come down to Home Depot for all of your home improvement.
I hate to be that guy, but I think I'm gonna pass out.
It's past 4 a.m. for me, and I gotta get some sleep myself. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. So if you guys want to take off, you're entirely welcome to it. I mainly stuck around to make sure that Gerard, that you heard his song.
Oh, thank you. I apologize. I freaking. Nothing happened, but it felt like I wasn't gonna. Did you just dodge getting speared by people by leaving the room?
I sure did.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna pass on getting hit here.
That would have
Conflict
killed me
avoidance.
instantly if it actually had hit me. So.
No, I was on one of those quests for sandwiches. Like, I went to the Subway I go to, it's usually 24/7, and their toaster oven was broken. And I was like, oh, but I want a hot sandwich because it's cold where I am. I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll see what the nearest Subway that's 24 hours. And there was one that was like a couple miles. I was like, sweet, I'll go to that one. I went down to that one, and the guy had just mopped the floor, and I couldn't go inside. And I was like, but I need my sandwich. And he's like, come back in 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, it's like 11:30, 12. Like, I just want my sandwich. He's like, come back. And I'm like, fine. So I went down to the 7-Eleven. I got me a Snapple and came back. And I was like, can I come in yet? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? I'm like, I just want a sandwich. And he's like, what do you want on it? And I sat there and I'm like, I want a Subway Club with lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, mustard, salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, and avocado. And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. And he goes and he makes my sandwich from across the way. He like would rather have me sit by the door and bring me. It was the weirdest Subway exchange I've ever had. He like made me sit by the freaking door while he got my sandwich and everything. It was so weird. So weird.
That is weird.
That was my Subway story.
That was really weird.
You know what's sad?
What?
What's that?
There are no 24-hour subways in Africa.
That is truly a cardinal crime.
That is unfortunate of the highest caliber. Almost as unfortunate as the properties of pine, which comes in several,
okay.
right?
I'm done.
Segue.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Africa to woodworking.
Sleep well, my friends.
You sleep well,
Nice
Gerard.
meeting you.
Talk to you, nice meeting
Stay
you guys.
sleepy, my
Take it
friends.
easy, Gerard.
Talk to you guys soon. Michael, thank
We'll
you.
see you at PAX East.
Yeah,
We'll talk later.
definitely.
We'll talk later, Gerard. I sent you a request on Skype, so we'll touch base later on.
Bam, cool. Awesome.
So, yeah.
Good night, every chat, man.
Every Chapman.
The Chatman.
See you, Gerard.
Good
Uh,
night.
Later, dudes.
I'm sorry. I had to go for the troll, just like transitioning straight back into the wood talk.
You pulled it off well. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I did.
I could do very amazingly arbitrary segues. Another one of my skills I developed from years of just teaching in little labs and such. So,
What's your superpower? Transitions.
transitions.
Intro of darkness, then redness, then whiteness.
Transitions, much like the power converters you would find on a typical.
Also, John, how much of you actually play this game is doing particularly well?
It's like, I was like, because actually I was watching videos recently about inductors and how you're used to step down different power levels in devices. Is actually really fascinating. My interests are way too varied and diverse.
That must be a terrible thing to have.
Well, it means I can't focus on a particular topic for far too long because I'm bored. I'm going to go on this topic for the time being. So it's like game design or psychology or typography or otherwise.
Somebody's like talking to you about the weather, and then you're just like, let's talk about existentialism.
Existentialism is overrated. I'd rather talk about the difference between Helvetica, Arial, and why, and what the utility of serif fonts are in a non-print world. But that's a whole different topic.
You know that
I prefer to
I
talk.
tend
I prefer to talk about crazy shit that doesn't actually matter in the real world, but at the same time it's entertaining.
Uh-huh.
You know what I prefer to talk
Like, what if the
about?
color blue looks pink?
Woodworking.
Dan, you're an
I
enabler. You know that,
I
right?
don't know.
I'm what?
You're an enabler. You know that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, woodworking it's okay, but my main thing that I'm confused with is how I need to figure out what type of wood that this one company uses, this Onkyo. They use this special type of wood to make wooden cones for a speaker system. And for me, I gotta think, is it a softwood or a hardwood? Because
What
I'm
have I
probably gonna
done?
guess hard simply because that way the sound would. vibrate better through it and wouldn't absorb it as bad.
I forget what company made it though. It's just like someone made their speaker cones out of wood, so I gotta find who made them.
You should check out Instructables.
No, not Instructables. These are ones that are actually, this company actually made, like, this traditional speaker company made some wood. Oh wait, was it JVC?
JVC used to have ones with wood.
Yeah, they had wood cone speakers. Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
I like how you're using an audio demo on your site to demonstrate your wooden speakers with my non-wooden speakers. It's a great idea. Let's see here. Live with wood cones. Come on. What is the specifications? Here we go. I need to know. Gotta go fast or die hard.
Shit.
Bringing it full circle.
All
Yes.
the way back.
Okay, it's made with cherry wood. So, cherry wood.
Pretty sure it's soft. I don't know about the time I have, but I'm pretty sure it's soft.
I would cross-verify with a few sources here.
I know literally nothing about this topic.
Neither do I.
You know nothing about wood?
Cherry wood
It's
is
a wonderful topic.
Oh,
cherry wood is actually a hardwood. So, sorry for.
Okay.
Well,
or
unfortunately,
you know.
Da-na-na-na.
Unfortunately, you don't win our grand prize, but you do get a party gift of only a non-lethal shanking as opposed to a lethal one. So,
Oh, that's awfully nice of you.
yeah. So don't.
Can I do the shanking then?
Well, no. You're receiving the shankings. They're a gift to you. Don't worry, you'll recover in about 2 weeks. But that's what you get.
I think I prefer actually do the shanking. You see, I'm a pretty big guy and I know how to use a knife.
That's what they all
Not like literally,
say.
I know I've learned several styles of knife defense and knife usage.
I've watched Bruce Lee movies for 8 years.
Not quite the
You're
same,
all
honestly.
fucked now.
Dude, that reminds me of this game system that I played called Feng Shui, which is like basically kung fu films in a pen paper role playing game.
Poco Joker, you are spending time on a stream with ProtonJon and his friends, because this is how they all go.
So, the one thing I was gonna say is that in this pen and paper game, I made a character, and this is in the 1980s. It was a college student living in Hong Kong, in an apartment, and the only way he was able to kind of make ends meet is by basically hacking into his ex-Soviet landlord's computers and finding out illicit information about him and extorted him into paying for his apartment. And his only knowledge of kung fu comes from his China studies class, where he basically watched a bunch of kung fu films, and that's how he knew martial arts. It was a really stupid character idea, but it was a lot of fun to play. And I just want to see a character be made out of that for an actual kung fu movie, like this hacker who extorts people for money to make ends meet and somehow knows kung fu.
Wasn't that technically The Matrix?
Kind of, but like.
Wasn't that one movie where you like activate all your brain power?
But the thing about it is
Baby
that it's
geniuses.
Limitless? Although I like the answer a lot better.
Well, I was gonna say it'd be more like The Matrix if it didn't take itself seriously. It was more of a comedy, and not like sci-fi.
So Matrix 2, gotcha.
Ooh.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yep, that would be about right.
The Matrix 2 was pretty bad, but it was a lot worse with Matrix 3.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the third movie
Matrix
was...
3 but Matrix 3 also made Matrix 2 that much worse.
See, I never watched The Matrix 3 because I was like, okay, that's it. You burned me on Matrix 2, I don't care anymore.
I made the mistake of watching them both in theaters.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, me too.
How did you watch both of them in theaters?
Because I was young and naive.
See, I was young and jaded. That's how it worked for me. Let's see here. Matrix screenplay.
Oh God.
Matrix.
You know what would have made The Matrix better?
What?
If Neo was really good
Bacon?
at woodworking.
Let's see here.
Yeah, he kills people. He uses these nice wooden spears that he made to kill people.
Apparently,
Exactly.
this looks to be like a screenplay here. Yeah, looks to be a screenplay. I don't know if it's the original one, but it is a screenplay.
Also called The Matrix.
It's actually just a fanfic.
Well,
It's just a giant programming joke.
It's just a bind. No, you open up it. All it is a bunch of filled with numbers.
Tyrus asks, what kind of wood would they use in the Matrix?
I like
Virtual
Tyrus.
wood.
Well, it depends. What are you talking about? What type of wood are we talking about?
God damn it.
Soft
Well, that's what
or
he's asking.
hard?
Well, again, remember, if it's from a coniferous tree, chances are it is a softwood.
He wants coniferous.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to like
Evergreens.
the deciduous tonight, or whatever it is.
Well, I was just saying, like,
I know
if you want a deciduous tree, go get yourself some birch, because that's a nice hardwood right there.
I've got 99 poplars, but a birch ain't one.
Oh. God damn it, Dan.
Dan, you son of a bitch.
That was pretty clever.
Yeah, tree jokes.
No, it's wood jokes. Much more
Environmentally
professional.
funny.
Environmentally
No.
funny.
I don't know.
I don't think this humor is sustainable. So what? See, that's give you guys like bronze and you don't react at all to it. You just stop trying and read technical manuals.
This just shows how much.
I don't think
just shows
blue
that-
wood exists.
IBM 5150
Oh God, here we go.
operating manual.
God, no. This just shows what the internet has come to, because all the comments right now are about wood. Just
I don't know if PETA cares about snakes, Ascorian.
they would if
Fuck.
I don't know. Probably
Don't they only care about things with fur on it, basically?
Pretty much.
that's how most environmentalists work, simply because the furry ones are the ones that people actually care about. Because they're the ones that get most attention. They're the ones that look cute and such, even though most of the furry ones aren't even that endangered.
All right, let's see here. I think I might have the user's manual. Yes, I have the reference manual for the IBM monochrome display. The
Why?
5151. Why? I don't
Yeah.
know. I just found it.
I'm a manual collector.
That doesn't answer the question of why you have it.
Why? Because I typed it in the web browser and found it on a web page.
He just felt like looking it up. Doesn't that happen to you? Don't you ever feel like looking up IBM manuals?
Look, Look, I needed to know a couple key things, like the fact that the IBM monochrome display connects to the system unit using 2 cables instead of 1.
Holy shit!
Yes, one is a power cable and the other one is a display adapter. And it has a 90% deflection cathode ray tube, with the screen being a high persistence green phosphor, the P39 variety. It is amazing. That's also why it has heavy burn-in.
Beautiful.
I believe that means you have a problem.
Actually, you know, the bandwidth is 16.257 megahertz at -3 decibels.
Ooh,
That's the video signal.
wow, that sounds like a number.
The screen refreshes at a 50 hertz rate with 350 lines of vertical resolution and 720 lines of horizontal resolution.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed. And lastly, the
Tyrus,
Go ahead.
keep talking in the very nice voice about wood.
No, this is
and
not about
electronics and plugging it in and such.
My
Did-
wood has a refresh rate.
My
Okay,
wood has a
anyway,
refresh
I
rate
was
of
supposed to talk-
18.432 kilohertz. What? What does that even mean?
What do you say, sorry?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Are you getting past the screen, by the way?
I don't fucking know. This is like the only part of the game that I find it.
Can you do a running jump?
No. The problem is I can't grab. Like the grab mechanics in this game are horrible.
Oh, right. You have to do a standing jump to grab.
No, you can do a running jump. It's just sometimes it doesn't catch.
Like that or something. Yeah. Anyway, Tyrus, to answer your question, main of the discussion is that if pandas actually do go extinct, nothing will actually change. It's not like they actually affect the environment they're in. Like maybe some more eucalyptus will grow, but that's not gonna actually change anything. So what they're talking about, is it really necessary to save the panda and spend all this money comparative to other species who actually affect and keep the environment healthy?
Yeah.
Well, Well, the main issue that they were talking about with pandas was how they are starting to believe all these, like they're doing all this research on the properties of the blood of the pandas and how they can be healing, and they're like siphoning the blood of the pandas basically. And so the belief is that if we don't have the pandas, some of what could actually be beneficial about the pandas we won't even be able to research.
The other thing
Yeah,
is
there's also talk about that too. But
there's some other endangered species that have a much more problematic sort of situation than the pandas, most notably cheetahs, because cheetahs have very little DNA variation in their blood, which means that there's a high risk of the entire species being wiped out if one particular disease were to break out in their populations. So they're almost like an inbred species in their own existence.
That's scary.
Yeah, they're getting really close. We're getting really close to being inbred, which is pretty much just deadly. It's just an accident waiting to happen because you can just die immediately. The most endangered thing they actually think that blue whales are actually genetically extinct. They think they're gonna die out because there's enough gene expression or gene variation.
Let's see here.
No, it can't change its spots.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, but can't do that. Oh. You mean like each cheetah, like the spots of each cheetah are different, or do you mean like a cheetah can just over its lifetime spots have its spots change? I'm confused. What you're saying by genetically speaking.
Cheetahs are a threatened species. Low genetic diversity and resulting poor sperm quality has made breeding survivorship difficult for cheetahs. Moreover, only 5% of cheetahs survive to adulthood. However, it has been recently discovered that female cheetahs can, with more than one male per litter of cubs, they undergo induced ovulation, yada, yada, yada. So basically, they have ways of dealing with low genetic diversity by not necessarily artificially, by having alternate ways of increasing diversity that would be non-conventional, but still, only 5% of cheetahs reach adulthood, which is a shame. They're freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Weird ass cat.
Tyrus, I don't appreciate your usage of literary devices.
In other news, John has beat up a gorilla with a boomerang.
Where did this girl come from?
I saved her.
Yeah.
No, she's what's the girl's name? King Kong. She was the girl from
Yes.
King Kong.
Oh, holy crap! Look at your character's stance. Look at him.
I'd stop, but I'm being chased by a cheetah, so.
What?
Yeah, and if
don't worry. All you need to do is expose it to some mild disease, and it'll just fall over and die.
Just outrun it for the next 4 years and it'll be extinct.
Doesn't it look like he's running as derpily as he is right now?
yeah, because he's brave now.
He's become more brave, which means that he's not as much of a coward.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
If all the cheetahs become extinct,
Uh-huh.
what will Cheetos do?
Well, cheetahs.
Cartoon animals can still exist.
Exactly.
Chester Cheetah will become the last remaining cheetah.
Will they just start taking a survivalist tone with their food?
Yes. Basically, the idea is if you eat the rest of the Cheetos, he becomes extinct. So he basically becomes a crazed man trying to stop the kids from eating Cheetos.
I am Cheetah.
But you can't stop the Cheetos. You can't stop the kids from eating their Cheetos. And you also can't stop the Cheetah Man.
Well, on the other hand, Josephine, the slight difference there is that dodos went extinct a long time ago, as cheetahs might go extinct during our lifetime.
Here's a more important question for you all. Has anyone seen the Cheetah Man commercial?
Oh god, there's a commercial for that?
Like the actual commercial or what?
Oh man, it is beautiful. It is the stupidest thing ever, but it exists.
And I don't actually own a copy of Cheetah Man 2, The Lost Levels, which is pretty much Cheetah Man 2, but fixed with the glitch.
Level ape?
Yeah, no, I screwed up. Shit. You actually can't beat it unless you have the boomerang. I don't know why I'm still playing Less of the Unlikely. Let's put on something else. Or did you guys want to call it? Because it's 2:30.
You should end with playing this commercial on the stream, and then we'll call it a night.
All right, Link.
This-
I gotta see this commercial first here.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't care.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
saying anything with it.
Yes.
Yep.
Play something interesting.
What less than likely wasn't interesting? Where we talked about wood for like 20 minutes.
I enjoyed all of those things.
Yeah.
Should play Dairy Queen Tycoon.
I sadly do not have a copy of Dairy Queen Tycoon.
I can get you one, I'm sure.
I say, dear chaps, shouldn't you go on a diet?
Are you talking to me? Maybe if these guys would make these holes bigger, I could fit easier, know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'll help you out.
No worries, no.
No worries. No.
Guys, we have work to do. We come from the Action 52 game world where every game is...
Yeah, we're talking action and lots of it. We got space, dragon, adventure, even war games.
Yeah, dude, we even got rescue games, and man, they're smooth like ice.
Hey, what about you guys?
Oh, yeah, we're in there too. The Cheetah Man.
Yes, but that's another story. If you want the ultimate game challenge, you have to get Action 52.
Yeah, it's so cool. 52 games in one, and you can even play it on Nintendo. Man, it's awesome. Get yours now.
Now playing at a store near you.
I watched it without sound, so
Oh, geez, it's so much better with sound.
And then
It's unique with
look at the
sound.
related videos. Look at the first. Look at the big one for the featured video.
Anyways, you all have a good night or morning or weekend.
I
whatever
think
you
I think it's morning for everyone at this point.
Yes,
Yeah, pretty much, it's
indeed.
already 4.
I'm going to I'm going to feign sleep for a few hours and then move on with my life.
Okay.
Learn some more about woodworking.
Yes. What?
I sent your friend a quest sketch.
Yes, I see that. I will ignore it. Oh darn! I pressed accept.
Aw, damn it!
make
How
that
could
mistake all
you?
the time.
It's a severe problem.
Yeah. Slip of the finger.
All right, thanks to everyone who tuned in again for all the ridiculous streaming tonight.
And I guess the only thing left to say is, go die hard.
We gotta die as hard as we can.
Right.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Did you see the new Die Hard?
No, not yet.
I have.
I heard it's terrible.
I know. That's what makes me sad.
Uh,
I almost
Too
I,
much.
I don't have the heart to see it because I don't want to see Die Hard bad, but I feel like I have to see it at the same time.
Like it's your
It's my civic duty as a
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
Calgarian and a human being.
I think it's more so the second.
Yeah. All right. Night, everybody.